We've just arrived at the house of the daughter of Karam Singh, who came to Trinidad when he was 16 years old. I'm actually with his daughter, Satkaur, at her house today in Port of Spain. Satkaur, thank you for joining me today. We've come to Trinidad just to discover the small Sikh community in this island. For generations, Sikhs have been dispersed around the world, but not many people know about the small Sikh community in Trinidad. And your father, I believe, came when he was 16 years old from India.
Yes.
Can you just explain why he came and when he came?
He came in the 30s. He was sent by his father, what we know, that to do business. But apparently, other things came up and he did not continue on that trend. So he settled here, got married, had a family, and began working here, and he settled here.
When he settled here?
Yes.
Did he, when he arrived here as a 16-year-old, I mean, did he come all the way on his own? Or was he accompanied by somebody else?
No, he came on his own.
I mean, for a young 16-year-old to come all this way to the other side of the planet, that must have been some challenge.
A great challenge.
A great challenge.
I agree.
To travel as a 16-year-old Sikh
From
India, who have probably never seen the ocean before.
That's right.
And I suppose, did he ever tell you stories when he arrived here of the hardships?
Yes, he did from time to time. Could not find employment to support himself or his family. It was a very hard life for him, from what he had said to us. But he was a very determined Sikh.
When he arrived, where did he stay? Did he know anybody here?
Some friends.
Some friends?
Yes. So
Okay.
apparently he liked Trinidad.
Okay. I suppose the weather, the climate was similar to India.
Yes.
And then he married a local Trinidadian.
That's right.
Settled here, had children.
Yeah.
Did you ever work here or later in life, or what was your job? What was you doing? Yes.
Me?
Yeah, when you
Yes.
were born.
Well, we did our education here in Trinidad, never left.
Yeah.
And I did work as a teacher.
As a teacher.
Yeah.
And you was born here?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And when you was born here, and obviously when you got married, you had children, were all born here as well?
Yes.
With the Punjabi language, did your father speak obviously in English or in Punjabi?
Most times in English, so that we can follow.
So if your father married a Trinidadian, how did they communicate?
Well, maybe after all the years he had been here, he started to grasp the English language.
Yes.
So he was able to communicate with her.
Okay. And did your mother ever learn Punjabi?
No.
She never learned it?
No.
Okay. Did your father ever go back to India at a regular time? Never?
No.
So he never returned?
No. As I said, because of the commitments he had
here
with his family.
Yes.
Because there was no one else except him and my mother to look after 8 children.
8 children?
We were 8.
8 children.
So he taught family first.
Fine.
And well, he did communicate with his parents and brothers and sisters, but he never went
And his
back.
parents were back home?
In India?
In India?
Yeah.
Okay. And he came from Ludhiana, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
And then your conception of Sikhism, that it's come to Trinidad in the West Indies, what do you feel that, do you still have an attachment back home to Punjab, to the Sikh people, to the Sikh language? Do you have cravings to, have you ever been to India?
No, not
Never been?
unfortunately.
Do you ever feel that I wish I'd gone back, I wish I'd visited the homeland?
Yes, visit, yes. I
Yeah.
thought about it. But then I had a commitment here as well.
Yes.
I don't know if it probably was handed down.
Did your
from
father ever
him
tell you
to me.
stories about Punjab and the way of life in Punjab?
Yes, to an extent.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. But he was so busy working to see about his family.
And did he go into business then, I believe?
Yes. He was an astute businessman.
Okay, shrewd
Yeah.
businessman, really.
Always.
And were there many businessmen of the Sikh faith in Trinidad at that time? Was there
Not
still
that I know of.
small community
Not
at
that
that
I
time?
know of. Not that I know.
Okay,
I know of one who was the owner of Turban Brand.
okay,
Yeah. He was a very successful businessman.
yes. And you never learnt Punjabi yourself, did you?
No. No.
Do you feel that you kind of missed out on that?
Yes, definitely.
And do you feel that you could have actually interacted better
Yes.
with the community?
Yes.
Do you feel
definitely.
that the establishment of the Gurdwara, which is over 100 years old, I believe,
Yes.
is that the melting pot? Is that the heart of the community? That every Sunday people converge
To the Sikh community.
to the Sikh
yes.
community. Do
Yeah.
you think that's very important?
Of course.
And it's integral to the culture and heritage of this country?
Utmost importance.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think irrespective of religion and faith, I think we have Hindus, Christians, Muslims coming to the Gurdwara.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very unique
Situation.
situation, especially in Sikhism.
That's right.
I feel that Sikhism is very lenient.
So you welcome everyone.
We welcome everybody from all faiths of life. And to blend in, to share,
That's right.
to converge, to meet up. What about your grandchildren? Do they speak Punjabi?
No.
No?
No. Because I cannot speak it.
And there's no Punjabi schools there, I believe.
No,
no schools
no.
whatever. Do they want to connect with their kind of culture and their heritage?
Yeah, we would love to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think, like documents that we make, I think that kind of sends a message out. There's a lot of organizations, NGOs, educational institutes that kind of connect people up, and they kind of share the history and the heritage. Do you know anything about the Sikh religion, when it was founded, how it came about?
Yes.
Did your father ever
Yeah.
teach you those kind of historical
Well,
lessons?
I do little readings on my own
Okay.
to get information.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, I have a fair idea
Yes.
of the Sikh religion. The only thing is I cannot speak the
You
language.
cannot speak.
But that does not deter me
Yes.
from knowing about Sikhism.
And lastly, how do you perceive Sikhism? How will it go forward in Trinidad? Will it thrive? Will it flourish? Or do you think it's slowly diminishing in a sense that children are these interfaith marriages, they get married to other religions and they slowly kind of are eradicated slowly? Or do you think Sikhism will prosper in the West Indies, in Trinidad in particular?
I think we still have some very determined Sikhs who will ensure that we go along
Yes.
and, never die.
Never die.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we have
Yes.
committed Sikhs
Yes.
because in our times there used to be just a handful.
Yes.
Sometimes there
handful.
would be 3 or 4 people together with my father.
Okay.
But now, the numbers have grown, not as we would want it to be, but better than then.
Better than that. Yes.
Yeah, so I don't think it will go backwards. We may just be going,
Yes.
forward.
Yes. Well, look, it's been a pleasure talking to you. You're the one of the few people that I've come across whose father came when he was 16, lived here, settled here, got married here, had children, grandchildren, and it's an honor for us really to meet people like yourself who can tell us a little bit about their lives, but their heart is pure Sikh inside.
Oh yes, yeah.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yes, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Pleasure's all
speaking
mine.
to you. I hope I have satisfied.
Oh, you've over satisfied me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, I think all this is due to my father.
Yes.
I owe it to him.
Yes, it's probably his legacy that's going to
That's
continue,
right, yeah.
and I hope it prospers further for your
And
grandchildren.
once as I am alive, it will
Yes.
never be different.
No,
Yeah.
that must continue.
Yeah, I really love this
Yes.
religion of
Yes,
Sikhism.
yes.
I love it.
It's one of the unique religions of the
Yes.
world.
I
Yes.
think
you.
we are moving in a right direction.
Of course
in
we are, of
Trinidad,
course we
yeah.
are. Yes.
So I guess it will grow from here.
Yes,
you know.
yes. Thank you very much. Mr. Sandhu,
Yes, thank you.
how did you give me something about your early life?
Early life, as a child growing up, basically grew up in Singapore. I was there till about age of about 22, 23, and served I did my studies there, did my national service out there, and then generally born in a Sikh family, did Punjabi studies.
Where were you originally from in Punjab?
Punjab, actually, my parents, my dad came to to Malaya in those days at the age of about 15, I think.
From where did you go?
From Taran Taran. It's actually a small village called Thathiya Mantawaliya, near the town of Sirhali, and that's his background.
Okay.
And came from there and settled in, and later on went back to India, married my mom, and well, I was born in Singapore.
Singapore.
Yes.
And then after that, where did you study in Singapore, and then did you national service? I
Yes, I did my national service there, and then after that I went to Canada
Okay.
to do my studies up there. Went back to Singapore for about a year, and then I got a job offer in Trinidad and Tobago.
What job was that then? Who invited you here then in Trinidad?
Well, there was a Punjabi family here, Punjabi Brahmin family, and they gave me an offer that I could not refuse.
Okay.
And I came, and it was very nice. They treated me almost like family, and we very happy to be here.
What year was that?
This was in 1982.
82. So you've been here nearly 40 years.
Yes, it's almost.
Right.
It's been quite a while. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, what is your profession here? What are you?
Well, I'm basically a small businessman. I do some manufacturing here, and I'm in the jewelry industry here. And so basically, we have our own retail outlets. We do manufacturing, and we supply the Caribbean area with jewelry products.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And is your family also based here, and your children?
Yes, yes. My wife. I have 2 kids.
Okay.
I have a son and a daughter.
And do they understand Punjabi?
Yes, they do understand Punjabi, but they do not speak it,
Oh,
which is a strange combination. But,
Yes.
but I think that is due to my wife and I speaking Punjabi at home.
Okay.
So they can communicate a few words
Yes.
when they want to,
Yeah.
but other than that, they speak English.
And what's life like for Sikhs in this country, in Trinidad? Are you treated well? Has the Sikhs blended into the etiquette and the customs of this country? Because as we know that the Indians who came here by the British in the 1850s as labourers, we've kind of adapted that lifestyle now, and we've blended into the etiquette. So where do the Sikhs appear now suddenly? As a Sikh in Trinidad, is it different to Singapore?
I think Sikhs here, how do I put this? We are part of the society here in Trinidad. We are very much accepted as Trinidadians. I find there's a lot of acceptance here as compared to many other societies. That's something very unique in Trinidad and Tobago, and we enjoy a lot of respect. And a good example is, I think, from our Gurdwara. You get people from all walks of life and all religions, and everybody coming to the Gurdwara.
I suppose the Gurdwara is the melting pot. It's the headquarters of all the community coming together on a Sunday once a week.
Yes.
Do you feel that's a very integral part of Sikh society
Well, yes. I mean that generally in life, as a Sikh, maybe you might feel that you're a Sikh when you come to a Gurdwara, but when you go out there in society, you assimilate just like anybody else,
Exactly.
and nobody looks at you differently.
Well, as you know that Gurdwara is for all religions. We have people from all walks of life.
Yes.
That's the uniqueness, I think, about the Gurdwara. Is, all faiths of all people of all faiths enter and come to Gurdwara. I think it's a unique part of the culture. Wherever the Gurdwara is, whether it's in Trinidad, whether it's in Canada. I think, what's your kind of contribution? Do you visit the Gurdwara on a regular basis and your family?
Well, I have to say I'm quite tardy at times. Yeah, but I do. I was always very much involved in the Gurdwara. It's something that how you say, it's something which is at the core of things in my life, and it's something that I think I look forward to. To me, I do think, what would it be like if we didn't have a Gurdwara in Trinidad and Tobago?
Exactly.
And that makes you. I think then you realize the importance of it.
Yeah.
Until you don't see things that way, then I don't think the importance would be there in your life.
And the final question I would ask you is, what do you think the future is for our community in this country?
Could you repeat that again?
What would the future be for our community in this country? Do you feel it's going to thrive for the next generation?
We do have a problem. I think what we have is a diaspora problem. You see, in a diaspora problem, we find that the youngsters of today, it's very hard to get them, especially get them into the Gurdwara, especially with the advent of the internet, because they claim that they can get everything on the web. We don't know how to engage them where the Gurdwara is concerned with the youth of today. We are looking for a solution to that. But we used to, you can get them in when they are children, but as they reach adulthood, we find that they are not that responsive to the Gurdwara. Now going back to my era, it was different. We were always part of the Gurdwara, but I think with the advent of these new technologies, I think engaging with young adults has become a challenge.
Okay.
Where the Gurdwaras are concerned.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you very much.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਕਿਰਪਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜੁਐਲਰੀ ਦਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਕਰਦੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਦੱਸੋ ਜੀ
Okay, sure. Come, please welcome. ਅੱਜ ਤਾਂ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, so ਕੰਮ ਵਾਲੇ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ, so generally our setup production area here, where we do work. Let me start you from how we start out. The whole process really starts from waxing, where we have these molds. So rubber molds ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ. So basically ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ designs ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ. We basically punch it and we make waxes out of this. It's called a loss wax casting method. I think if you check it, you know. We also do injection molding also with regard to with metal molds. Like these, yeah. So these are metal molds here, and basically starts from there. And you put them together on trees, yeah, and then we go into the gypsum process. One second.
And do you have precious stones here? Security ਦੀ ਵੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ.
Well, yeah, we also, basically we manufacture gold and diamond items down here, so.
ਕੋਈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ any problems you had with security?
No, security is quite tight today. It's very relaxed because it's off, but otherwise we have security people around. So in that area we do our casting. It's closed right now, but it seems today, and then it's manufactured here. It goes through cleaning processes. We do our own tool and die stuff here. We do our laser also stuff here, and we also do setting. So generally we do manufacturing on this floor. Then we have another floor below where we do other items, which is like trophies, and there's a whole lot of different kind of products, also manufacturing.
How many people work here in total?
I have close to about 50 old people working in this.
They're quite skilled. They have to be skilled for this work.
These are skilled workers. We are lucky because in Trinidad you get very good jewelers out here. So over the years there was even a jewelry school here, so getting people was not a problem. But nowadays we do keep on hiring new people, but we have to train them and offer.
And ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਇਸ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੂੰ? ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਰੋਲ ਕੀ ਹੈ? What is your role here at the moment?
PSC are basically semi-retired, but generally running business. understanding what it is all about. But I run the business basically. Yeah.
Managing it.
Managing it, yes, Hanji. But I have people, different people running different parts of the business. So
And ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਵਾਈਫ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ do they get involved in the business?
yes, she's also involved in the business, but more from the administration side of the business. Then I have also hired another gentleman who is the CEO of the company. So he runs. He basically manages, but my son generally handles the manufacturing side of it. My daughter is also in the business, and she is running the admin side of it. So,
What's the future plans for the company?
generally, we like to grow. We have offices also in Guyana, and we have another office in Jamaica, but we want to grow our business more within the Caribbean itself, and especially more in corporate jewelry. That's where we're heading.
So it's quite a local market. You manufacture here in the Caribbean and the West Indies, and you export and to the local islands.
Hanji, that's what we actually do. That is our core business. Hanji. So.
Thank you very much. And it's very impressive. It's very quiet today because it's a Saturday.
Yeah, it's an off day today, so I'm sorry if you would have come here on a Monday or maybe on a Friday, then this place will be bustling with a lot of work.
Can we see some of the products, the end products?
I can't really show you right now because they're all in the vaults.
Oh, I
Or they're all
see.
locked up. So Hanji, unless you have to go to my stores to have a look at them. So
But we'll get some examples, maybe even the brochures or photographs.
sure, no problem.
That's great. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ Sikh channel ਦੇ viewers ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰਪਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੰਧੂ ਇਨੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਦੇਰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ 1982 ਦੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ ਆਪਣਾ business is very substantial business ਇੱਥੇ set up ਕੀਤਾ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕੀਤੀ and was it very hard work? Did you have to struggle a lot?
Well, I mean, any kind of work you have, there's always a struggle. Struggle never ends. It's just part of work. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕੰਮ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੀ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ, you know. So, but Maharaj ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, and with his blessings, everything has worked out very well for us.
And for our viewers, ਕਈ ਸਾਰੇ viewers business ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ business ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ business advice ਦੋਗੇ general business advice?
ਵੀ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ all I can say is ਵੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕੀ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਕਾਮਨ ਸੈਂਸ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਪਰਸਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ and basically hard work. This I think that's a recipe for success. So it's not rocket science as per se, you know. So
Very good. Thank you very much. It's Gurbal Singh Sandhu, a tour of his manufacturing jewelry business. And for a Baba Tanbat to Sikh channel nu mil ke tanu welcome kita.
Again, like I say, I'm very honored to be as part of the channel.
Thank you very much, Baba Tanbat ji.
Thank you, sir.
Waheguru ji ka khalsa.
Waheguru ji ki fateh.